back to Root Rugby. Today we got a special video planned, passing. Going over some tips and tricks and a little bit of learning today. Hope you enjoy. Okay, let's get right into it. So, a little refresher from our first video, ball handling. I said we want to hold the ball like this, which is true when we're running, we catch it, vary out of those things. But now, when we're passing, you want to shift your hands so you get one on the bottom, your power hand, and then one on the top, kind of a guide hand. So let's say you want to pass this way. You're going to have your left hand on the bottom of the ball, near the back, and your right hand on the top. So you go through, and the power comes from the back hand. Same thing when we pass to the left here. Right hand goes to the bottom, and it goes. So let's get into some drills and help us out with that. Okay, so the first drill we're going to do is just one hand passing. So you're going to want to find a buddy or just on a wall, find some kind of target. Matthew, I can have you out here to help. So what we're going to do is we'll start with our left hand, and you want to grab the ball just at the back, like I said the first time, and just hold it where it feels comfortable for you. And you're going to start, and go there, just push it forward. It's okay if it doesn't spin, as long as it gets forward. And then, once you're done a couple on the left side, you can switch back to the right. So, for right, same thing, hold it on the outside, right now, just push forward with the ball, try to get it to your partner. Let's give it a try. Okay, now the second half of this. I'll get another buddy out here, or find someone, or just go back to the target system if you're using the wall or something before. So now that we got the one hand down, we got some practice with that, we're going to start with the two hands. So it's going to be one hand at the back, just like before, and now we're going to have our guide hand near the top of the ball. And so our guide hand really just guides it in the name, and our back hand still does all the pressure and pushing. So we're just going to start like this, try to bring it forward. It's okay if it doesn't spin, just give it a try. Once you got a couple on your left side here, go and change to the right. So we're going to switch it. Our right hand is going to be at the bottom, left at top. Left's going to be our guide hand, and right is all the power. This might be a little weird depending on who's trying hand, but yeah. Okay, give that a try. Now that we got that down, we're going to try some cross passes. So you get your buddy again. You're going to want to be parallel to them, but you're going to face forward this time. And so you're going to have the ball. You start with the one hand, so get in your left hand, get ready, start here, and then pass it across your body. Big, long motion. Okay, now once you got a couple of those, you want to change the other direction. So it's going to be in your right hand, across your body, and try to get some spin on it. Don't worry if it doesn't. One hand, just like that. Let's try that. Don't kick it! Now that we've got some of the basics down, let's talk about types of passes. So, the first one that we just did was the spin pass. Probably the most common pass in rugby. Great for medium to long distance, with a little bit of power. It's going to get there almost all the time. The next one we got is the pop pass. This one's really good for short distance and in tight spaces. It's pretty simple and really easy. So, you're going to have both hands on the side of the ball, just like you are when you're running with the ball. And all you're going to do is just pop it up like that. Pretty simple. Those are probably the two main passes you're going to see in most of rugby. Let's get into some of the different variations of them. Okay, that took like way too much. Nice pop pass. Okay, now let's get into some tips that will help you make these passes. So, the first one, and one of the most important ones, is your hand spacing, and especially your finger spacing. So, normally you're going to want to give about an inch between all your fingers when you pass, and this ensures that you have a good grip on the ball, and it's easy for you to make the long passes, as well as hold on to the ones, catch, and to make any kind of pass. The next tip that's going to help us with the aiming of the ball is where we finish our pass. So, on a spin pass, you want both hands following through, and you want to point to where your target is. So, let's say you point there, that's where the ball is going to go. But if you keep it straight, and you get both hands finishing towards your target, it's going to go there. Pretty simple. Give that one a try. The next tip is about passing mechanics. So, when you're going to pass the ball, you actually want to use your full body and not just your shoulders and your upper body. One way to ensure this is to get the ball on your hip when you're passing, and then use your hips as well as your full body to kind of make a full body movement and get the pass off. This will help you be more accurate and find a little bit more power from the hips. So let's try that one more time, and try focusing on bring your full body and swing it across with the ball. So you're gonna start the ball on your hip and swing it across. And when you're doing this, another little tip is to let the ball roll off your fingers. So you don't just want to throw it, because that's not gonna have any spin. It's gonna be a little inaccurate. You're gonna want the ball just roll off your fingers, and that's where you're gonna get the spin from. So give that a try. Nice spin pass. Now we got a buddy exercise to practice the skills that we've been working on. You're gonna want your buddy right next to you, about 5 feet apart, and we're gonna be walking and passing. So ball on the hip, across the body to the right. You and your partner can do this for solid 10 meters or so, making sure that you're facing straight, but the pass is going sideways and across your body, using the right mechanics and all the tips we talked about. And once you get to the 10 meters, you're gonna switch hands and have it on the right side, going to the left, making sure you're passing it behind your partner, because that's the only way you can pass in rugby. Do this for a couple times and start to kind of get natural feel with walking, passing. Maybe speed it up if you want. Go do a little nice jog. Yeah, give that a try. Hope you enjoyed this week's video and hope you guys all learned a little bit about passing. Join me next week for a workout that's going to build off these skills and hope to improve them.